Hello everyone. So today I will be discussing with you from now onwards about research methodology. Research methodology is an important chapter in your masters as well as in your UGC preparations. So whatever content I have and I have fetched from the various sources, I would like to share that with you. So let's start with the first of all research होता क्या है. So research is about सर्च एंड री. टू वर्ड्स मेक रिसर्च. सो दोबारा से किसी चीज़ के बारे में ढूंढना ताकि आपकी एग्जिस्टिंग नॉलेज जो है वो ज़्यादा रिफाइंड हो सके इस चीज़ में. और दूसरा है इट कुड बी अबाउट टोटली न्यू फैक्ट्स जिनको आज तक किसी ने एक्सप्लोर नहीं करा है. सो लेट्स टेक एन एग्जाम्पल कि हाउ द रिसर्च प्रोसेस इज़ कंडक्टेड. फर्स्ट वी हैव अ रिसर्च प्रॉब्लम. सो रिसर्च प्रॉब्लम क्या होता है? इट इज़ अ क्वेश्चन जनरली दैट वी नीड टू find out and that we need to search for the content. That is the research problem. So let's take an example. During COVID, because COVID was totally unknown fact, it is nobody knows about this, so research was conducted about what is COVID so that we can know more about it and we can find out the vaccines for curing that particular disease. So that is first the research problem arises. It's important that you have the relevant studies of that particular content available with you. So you must know the loopholes of that particular area so that you can do work on that loopholes. So existing work you suggest from somewhere. Let's say we take a project from in the semesters we have. So there is a project on digital marketing. So your topic, you are clear with that it is digital marketing, but you cannot write it directly. You take the help of the sources. So that's why literature review is conducted, in which the past trends, whatever background study is done and conducted in the past, that is studied so that we know more about that particular research area. Also it helps us to find out the gaps in research, so further studies will be conducted accordingly. So literature review and object setting. What are the objects of research? It is SMART: specific, measurable, A for is attainable, R is relevant, D is timely. So these are the objectives of the research. Next is the hypothesis. Once we are ready with the problem, we know about it, then the literature review. The next step is creating a hypothesis. So hypothesis is a tentative statement which could be true, which could be false. It's just an assumption we need to move forward in our problems. For example, in mathematics, if we have to prove some digits or some numbers as irrational, so we assume that they are rational and then we work accordingly, and at the end we disprove from our solution that it is rational. So ultimately we reach to the conclusion of irrationality. Likewise, hypothesis is also a statement which we try to prove. We take an assumption and we try to prove it, and in the later study we realize that maybe it can be true, it can be false also. Then in hypothesis we have the independent variable and the dependent variable. What is the independent and dependent variable? Independent variable is something which does not depend on other variables, but it affects the other variables. Depending variables are those which depend on the independent variables. So your studies and your marks, these are the two variables. Now the study pattern is independent variable and the marks are dependent variable. They depend upon how much you study, how much you prepare. So hypothesis is always a relation between an independent and dependent variable. We keep the independent variable free and we try to find out the effect of the independent variable on the dependent variable. So it is also called as a prastav or preposition, and it can be proved, it can be disproved. As I told you, multiple hypotheses are called hunches, bunch of bananas. That likewise hypothesis, multiple hypothesis is called a hunch. And hypothesis serves as a direction for you, okay, where you have to move. So it should be very precise, it should be clear, testable, explained. Why testability is important? Because if it can't be tested, then how will you disprove or prove the same? There must be a relation between the dependent variable and the independent variable. The next thing is the research design. Once you are done with your hypothesis, the next step is to prove or disprove that hypothesis. So we make a research design, and it is just like a blueprint of entire research process, that which methods and which audience we are going to try and test our hypothesis in, and the research sample from where we'll get the samples for our research. So a good design should have the following features, like there is minimum experimental error should not be there, right? Maximum accessible information should be derived from those experiments. Flexibility should be there, likewise we can change our research design as per the needs. Effective efficiency should be there, it should be unbiased, because my personal opinion should not become a part of that particular research design. So next is ensuring the quality and adequateness of procedure. Whatever procedures we have set up in the research design, there we ensure the quality and the sufficiency of those procedures. Okay, like for fever we have a medicine, so crocin is that medicine. So paracetamol, so half paracetamol would not be adequate. It is efficient, but it is not adequate. So we need both adequateness and efficiency in our research process. So there is a difference between research design and research proposal. Research proposal is actually short summary of your research process, and it is used for getting the sponsorship. Okay. The research design is about a detailed plan, and research design may include your research. It is used for research, and research proposal includes a research design also. So research design is the detailed plan, and research proposal is just an overview of your research design. That's it.